So you want snares that are huge, monstrous, organic, and alive. Well, just like Dr. Victor Frankenstein tried to put together the best parts of various humans, Frankensnare lets you assemble a huge variety of acoustic snare samples into your own monster. This is an instrument bank for the free Plugs for Thunder plugin, which includes more than 2,000 samples of snares, ranging from the tiny to the gigantic, and some weird stuff we'll explain later. You can either use it as a snare or layer it with a real drummer or layer it with electronic drums to give those an organic touch. It's whatever your music calls for. The basic deal is you can layer up to 3 snares at once plus extras. As we did this with layering in mind, we went a much broader selection than the snares in the typical drum kit, which one of our beta testers said was like being a kid in a snare drum candy store. We start from a tiny 10-inch snare which makes a popcorn sound, sampled with brushes and sticks. Go to a 12-inch snare, and then to a selection of 14-inch snares in various setups with a variety of tones. Then things get weirder. There's a big floor tom with stuff attached to the top head to make somewhat snare-like buzz. Then there's a snare with a 20-inch diameter made by Bang Drums Burgdorf from a cut-down kick drum shell. It's one of the biggest snare drums in the world, and I mean, where else are you going to get samples of stuff like this? It's ridiculously huge and warm when sampled 3 different ways. There's brushes, there's sticks, and there's also a configuration where we had half disassembled and laying on the carpet, and we put stuff including the snare wires on the top head. Just did this as a joke, like, haha, let's do this ridiculous thing, and act like we're seriously going to record it. And then I actually hit the head with a stick and went, holy crap, this sounds good. It's really thumpy and short, kind of like an 808 machine drum snare at low pitch. Then we have 2 things we call sympathy snares. You know how when you hit a kick drum, the snare buzzes a little? Well, instead of making that sympathetic buzz a side effect, we found a way to make it the main feature of the sound. These recordings have 6 snares, one of which is actually not a snare but a floor tom converted to a snare, arranged around the kick, and the snares are tuned to maximize the amount of buzz you get when you hit the kick. So it's as full as a synthesized snare, but it's totally acoustic and unprocessed. You can also load the snares one at a time if you want to send each layer to a separate mixer channel for separate processing, or you just want to have more fine-grained control of the mic mix. With 2 of the brush snares, you also get stirs with controllable length, so 1 key for longer stirs, 1 for faster ones, and the key in between the mutes any stir currently going. You can also accent them with a low velocity regular hit. It's basically a simplified version of the way the stirs work in our swirly drums kit. The extras include 3 sets of human claps. There are also more fake sounding claps made by stacking a bunch of cheap cymbals on top of a not very good replica of a medieval drum, with the result being something like early digital clap samples, only, organic and not digital. The bottom half of the extras lets you select muted guitar chicks, which are often used to double the snare drum on classic soul recordings, and tambourine. The snares have various numbers of velocity layers and 4 round robins, but the second layer only uses 3 of those, so it takes 12 hits for the sequence of layered round robins to fully repeat, which basically makes things less machine gunny when doing rolls. And the extras have 5 round robins also for this reason. Let's take advantage of this to make a traditional EDM snare riser, complete with pitch rising towards the end, but make it really organic. And well, that's pretty much it. Head on over to Karoryfer.com to buy the Frankensnare, swirly drums, secret agent guitar, and also download our various free samples. Thanks for watching.